Good morning. Happy Monday. Good to see you guys. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host, Chump Change. This is live recorded, and I apologize. We're a little late, but I do have company, and yeah, that's why I wasn't live on Saturday. Anyways, all right, so we're going to get into this today. I missed a few videos over the weekend with Altcoin Daily. Actually dropped one. 12 best coins after the BlackRock ETF is approved, and also asking 5 billionaires their 2024 market predictions. I want to kind of see what those are all about. But next thing we have on the list, I want to show you guys, actually, you know what, I'll get into that in a second. End of October is here, obviously. As you guys know, we are around or pushing towards the 40k mark, which is kind of interesting. So 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. We're going to go over that. A little article over on Cointelegraph. Kraken also is going to be sharing 42,000 users with the IRS. So if you did any transacting and it ended up going over the 20k mark, I believe, I think that's who's getting submitted to the IRS. So it's already a KYC exchange. I mean, you guys should be doing your taxes properly anyways. It's just one of those things. Yeah, I had to let you know. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit, but anyways, let's see who's here, and then we will get into this. Mr. Yeti, my man, in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Leo Lustig, Andrew Masad, Sadie sometimes. Good to see you. We have Strange Wings 143. What's up? Chump, help me. I ripped one and now your dog is staring at me. I had no idea. All right, well, this is my buddy's kid, clearly. A little shit. I didn't even know that was you. That's hysterical. I'm like, my dog is staring at you. What? Weirdo. Anyways, Andrew Masai, good to see you. We have Backwards Miner, Chris Hanley, Steven Cicero, good to see you, buddy. Let's see who else is here. Let's see who else is here. Mad Dog Miner, Jesus Christ. Lorenzo, good to see you. Rob Mines. Anybody else? Crypto Frank, good to see you too. All right, let's get into this. Let's check out Bitcoin price. Looking pretty good, actually. Everything's awesome. 34,670. We have Ethereum 1813. Doge 7 cents, just about 6.9. We have Sol. Man, Solana is killing it. $34. That's insane. Let's see. LTC, we are at 69 bucks, almost 70. XMR 70, huge pump. Wow. We have 172. Holy shit. XMR is pretty I don't know, that's crazy. That coin pumps a lot. It's kind of impressive, to be honest. We have XRP 56 cents. Let's check out Crypto Bubbles over here. So this is on the day. Let's click on the week real quick. Honestly, everything's up huge on the week. Wow, that's actually crazy. 35.8% on Render for the week. Render's at $2.68. What the hell happened this weekend? This is crazy. I don't know. Pepe is up 62%, I guess. Mina 56. We have Teo, whatever this is, 55.5. Interesting. Let's check out the day again. Biggest earner on the day, Gala 12.7. I am beyond shocked that Render is over $1 from where it was last week. That is crazy. We have Hex at 15.4%, Pulse 24.1, Rollbit 13.3, eHex. What the hell is eHex? eHex. Has anybody ever heard of this? I've only heard of Hex. I don't know what eHex is. We have 24.2% on this. All right, I'm trying not to blind you guys. Check out the Fear and Greed Index real quick. We're looking at 68, so things are in the greed, but to be honest, it's not too greedy, so I'm not too concerned with it. Let's check out the top 10 coins by coin market cap over on CoinGecko. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, XRP, USDC, Lido Staked Ether, Solana, Cardano, and Dogecoin. Looks like those two flipped each other again. Litecoin still in 17th, Bitcoin Cash in 18th, and Shiba's in 19th. All right, real quick, again, we like to time capsule this as we are mainly a crypto mining channel. We have all of the Caspa miners up on the top of the list. The Windminer K9, I want to know how legit this is. This is 10.3 terahashes, 3,300 watts, 140 bucks a day. I'm not sure how I feel about this. We have the KS3. Let's see, this is 126.86 a day. That's the 9.4 terahash. Let's check out the Ice River KS3, 107 bucks a day. The KS2 KS2 is 25.9, so 25.90 a day. And then we have the KS1 is at 12.95. I feel like this is only going to get worse, to be honest. What do you guys feel about Caspa miners, to be honest? Is anybody like, I don't know. I just feel like the amount of miners that are coming out, it's kind of like just kind of buying into the bullshit. You know what I mean? You're chasing that tail or the train, right? You're trying to not miss the boat. That's pretty much what's happening here, I think, anyways, on the Caspa miners. personally, I would just buy the coin. That's just me, but you guys do what you will. I mean, they are profitable, so I can't say they're not, but I don't know what's going to happen with the hash rate. They just continue to come out with shit. We have the X16Q over there from jinglemining.com. That's where I got mine. $5.26 a day. Actually, ETH and ZIL is most profitable. Let's check out. Let's see, scroll down a bit. The X4Q is still making money on Octaspace, $1.63 a day. And KS0. Actually, where's the KS0 Pro? Wasn't that on here? That's $1.28 a day for the original KS0. Oh, the Pro's right here. Got it. $2.64 a day. Even though this isn't out, this is the new 200 gigahash model. All right. Quick announcement. We have over here on the Dynex Discord, there's going to be an AMA with myself. I'm going to host it on my channel for all of you guys to come and ask questions. We have on Friday, November 17th, 1300 UTC. So that is going to be 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will post and schedule this live stream at some point, either today or in the next day or so. But either way, I'll get it together so you guys can come out and ask questions, whatever you want to do. You'll all probably have noticed that we have been quite busy lately, they say. There's so much to come. We are thrilled to announce our upcoming AMA to give you all the updates. This time we asked Chump Change to host the AMA for us, and it will also be attended for the first time by multiple people from our side, which is pretty cool. They're gonna have a bunch of their dev team up and live with us. Without disclosing too much, but this will probably be going to be one of the most significant AMAs we have ever done. And then he just added everybody, so it's pretty amazing. I'm pretty excited to see what they're cooking up in the background. It's going to be neat. It's going to be neat. And yet he says it's going to be one we're not going to want to miss. All right, let's get into the topics of the day before we get into the videos. So end of October targets 40K a BTC price. 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. Bitcoin holds higher BTC price levels into what looks like to be a crunch week for crypto markets across the board. Let's see. Bitcoin starts a new week at comfortable highs. Traders square off over BTC price action to come. As macroeconomic uncertainty continues to grow, Bitcoin is cementing its new trading zone above 30,000. And you know what? It's been holding pretty damn good over 30,000, if I do say so myself. The highest weekly close since early May 2022 is the latest achievement for bulls, and so far bid support has allowed the market to avoid a deep retracement after last week's snap 15% gains. So I'm not gonna go crazy in reading this whole thing, but there is still people basically saying that we're gonna go down and see the $20,000 mark. I don't know what you guys think about this. I mean, typically, I've said this before, I'll say it again, like usually when time comes for holidays, right, like Thanksgiving is on what, 24th, 25th of this month coming up. Black Friday, people go out shopping, spend a whole bunch of money they probably shouldn't spend, but they sell out of their assets or take some profits to go do this, and then typically the market ends up having some sort of negative reaction towards this. This happens every single year during the holidays, at least I've noticed it anyways. And then Christmas time, so November, like end of November to Christmas, typically we usually see some sell-off of some sort, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Patrick Murphy says next low 3 months, 24,999 for Bitcoin. You imagine? That'd be crazy. That's cool. Congrats on being the host. Thank you, Patrick Murphy. Sloth Squash said congrats. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what the next thing is right here. We have Kraken will share data of 42,000 users with the IRS. The information will be sent to the Internal Revenue Service in early November. So hopefully you guys are paying your taxes and doing the right thing. United States-based cryptocurrency exchange Kraken said it will share the data of 42,000 users with, sorry, that should say within the U.S. internal, no, sorry, I can't read today, clearly. Share the data of 42,000 users with the United States Internal Revenue Service, or the IRS, in compliance with a court order. The information will be sent to the IRS in early November. On its supporting page, Kraken specifies that the summons to produce a wide range of records and data on its U.S. clients and pass it to the IRS came in court order from the United States District Court for the Northern District of California in May 2021. Really? It came that far ago and they're just doing it now? The company objected to the IRS's demand and fought the summons in court, convincing it to substantially reduce the number of clients affected by the amount of client data. The court ordered Kraken to present profile and transaction data for clients who exceeded 20,000 in transactions during any single year from 2016 to 2020. That also includes those who made no transactions but deposits and withdrawals. So if you guys have an older account like myself and you have, oh, didn't mean to click on that, and you have obviously went over that $20,000 mark, I did not. So I mean, either way, it's KYC, so I don't know why they wouldn't have your stuff already, but I guess that's just all held internally, and then they give it to the IRS if they need it. I don't know. I guess that's how that works, the KYC stuff. So yeah, kind of sucks, but is what it is. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get into this. I missed a few videos this week. I will leave, obviously, full descriptions, or the full links to these videos are in the description below. Guys, make sure you hit likes on Altcoin Daily's videos. I appreciate it. And on this one, if you wouldn't mind, let's get into this. Top 12 coins, or the 12 best coins, rather, after the BlackRock ETF is approved. I want to hear what he's got to say. If you guys have any questions, just at me in the chat. Let's do it.
12 best altcoins after BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF approval. Crypto winter is over. A massive Bitcoin bull run is coming, particularly with Bitcoin's halving coming up, a BlackRock Bitcoin ETF on the horizon. BlackRock is the largest money manager in the world, my friends. 9 trillion plus assets under management. And the CEO is doing press going, crypto is a flight to quality.
This rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
Understand what happens after an ETF gets approved, because it's not just going to get approved for BlackRock. Many issuers of a Bitcoin ETF are going to start striving to attract customers. I like this Bloomberg analyst, James Seyffart. James Seyffart of Bloomberg discusses the competition among the issuers of Bitcoin ETFs as they strive to attract customers by offering a range of diverse services. Understand, they're all going to be competing. This is very good for price.
The ETF industry is a winner take most, right? It's not winner take all. First mover advantage matters. One of them, they're obviously going to compete on fees. If you're charging double the amount as everyone else and you're offering the same product, like, you're going to be pushed out. And I think ultimately there's going to be other ways to compete. I believe at some point down the line, we're going to have ETFs that actually lend out the underlying Bitcoin, as much as crypto native people are going to be ripping their hair out at me saying that. But if you can earn significant yield and give that in a dividend in an ETF, there will be people that want that, just like there will be people that I want this in cold storage and no one touching the Bitcoin I have exposure to. And then there will be different ones that will try to do things like, there are gold ETFs where you can literally get gold delivered to your doorstep if you have like a few $10,000 in there. So I suspect that we'll see some ETFs come out here and be like, oh, if you have X amount of dollars, $10,000, $5,000, we can send the equivalent underlying asset directly to your wallet, which some people might want that.
My friends, this is already starting. I'm at Newark Airport this morning for an extended weekend trip, but I can't escape Grayscale or Bitcoin. We're all going to see a lot more marketing like this in the coming months.
Oh boy, what is it? Oh wow. Look at that. Dude, in the airport? That's crazy.
Think about it like this. Galaxy Digital estimates that Bitcoin ETFs in the USA could bring in $14 billion in fresh cash in the first year of trading alone. That's equal to 410,000 coins at the current price. In 3 years, 39 billion and 1.15 million coins. But even just 14 billion will drive prices insanely high. Get ready. Guys, when these ETFs start getting approved, combined with Bitcoin's halving, combined with so much more, altcoins are going to fly. You need to get ready. I'm getting ready. Here is my list, and I'm curious to know yours. 12 best altcoins after BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF approval.
What coins do you guys think? Just put them in the chat, maybe. What are your favorite altcoins that you think are going to do the best after this, or in this bull run, we'll say? Because honestly, I don't think the ETF has too much to do with it.
The video if you appreciate content like this. Litecoin.
I mean, it does, but
Litecoin
yeah.
is often overlooked because it's just not as sexy as things like Ethereum or different tokens on Ethereum. But Litecoin has regulatory clarity like Bitcoin. Litecoin is a commodity for sure, like Bitcoin. In addition, breaking news, Litecoin's hash rate just hit a new all-time high today.
Oh no.
Look at this. Most
Is
people
that good? That's not good. That's not good. Damn it. Why does it have to keep going up? Well, yeah, I honestly I agree with this one. I like altcoin.
don't know about this. Most
Litecoin
people
rather.
forget
As
about
an altcoin.
Litecoin. Litecoin makes our list. Injective, like other blue chip tokens in the
Injective, huh?
space, just made a strategic partnership with Google Cloud. In
Oh,
fact,
wow.
Injective is being integrated into Google Cloud's BigQuery. This integration is going to enable both developers and businesses to do a lot of key things. If you're unfamiliar, Injective is the fastest L1 blockchain for finance, backed by Binance, Pantera, and Mark Cuban. And Injective is the
What?
only major token I can find, writes Ninja, that is continuing to rally straight up with volume increasing while everything else is pretty much consolidating. Won't be long before you start to see everyone talk about it and starts to snowball due to its deflationary mechanics. Injective makes our list. Next
Does
up,
anybody hold Injective? Anybody here? A lot of you guys saying Caspa. Caspa's, yeah, honestly, I'm really bullish on Caspa as well. We have Raven, Vercoin, ETC, BTZ, really. BTCZ, rather. Solana, Render. Nice. Pigeon. Definitely not Pigeon. Get out of here, Slaw Squash.
is kind of an interesting pick. I'm putting anything in the Bored Ape Yacht Club on the list. Let's
Ugh,
face it, nobody
no.
wants an ape right now. We are in the depths of the NFT bear market.
They're
Yet,
stupid.
Bored Ape Yacht Club just had a major win with two individuals named Ryder Rips and Pauly ordered to pay nearly 1.6 million in damages to Yuga Labs and transfer ownership of their project to them because they infringed on Bored Ape Yacht Club trademark and copyright. This makes the brand stronger. I tend to believe that the blue chips in the space, like Bored Ape Yacht Club, will rise to the top when the bull market hits again. But make your own opinions, do your own due diligence. BAYC makes the list. You guys know that I like TommyNet. I'm a Tommy ambassador. Freedom of speech
he got paid to shill this coin. That's why this is on the list.
information
For
is
sure.
a human right. Building an alternative decentralized internet for anyone in the world to access. Censorship, free speech, controlled data, free information, manipulated agendas. These are all things that are either
so the first two
problems
are
or
cool.
ideals that we
These
can
two,
get
no.
behind. So I like what Tommy is doing. In my opinion, out of all the privacy solutions and alternatives in the space, Tommy is a blue chip in privacy. Now, they just launched an interesting program that's really going to start to develop a buzz around Tommy. So they're making our list today. Check this out. Tommy is proud to introduce the new Tommy
skip this
Army
one?
Bounty program.
Let's skip
that
this one. Let's go
Solana, for sure, is being set.
Solana, 100%. I agree with this one. I skipped the Tommy coin one because I don't think that really. I'm not a huge fan, but that's whatever you guys want. Solana with their big Visa integration, if that stuff does go through, this is yeah, it's gonna be a big coin.
Up for success for next cycle. Not only are they backed and partnered with some of the biggest in the world, Solana becomes ecosystem partners of Dubai Free Zone. OKX Web3 Exchange now supports the Solana ecosystem to foster growth and innovation. Not only does Solana actually have real metrics in their favor going for them, Solana TVL reaches new yearly high, but they also just get great press. Solana's impressive price rally. Guys, Van Eck just released a monster report, and they're bullish on Solana. They dive into a lot of different aspects and kind of future outlook. Van Eck predicts a 10,600% Solana price rally by 2030. The report also delves into a potential scenario where Solana becomes the first blockchain to accommodate applications with over 100 million users. So it's a multi-page report, and they go over the bull case, the bear case, and the base case for Solana sold as an investment. Conclusion, Solana may outshine Ethereum by 2030. Their bear case is $10. Their bull case is $3,211. Their base case is $335. Solana makes our list.
Let's put it this way. You know what's funny? He didn't mention anything to do with the whole Visa thing, which is that's kind of neat to me. But even 300 and something dollar Solana, that's still a 10x from where it's at right now, which is pretty crazy. Patrick Murphy said, what's your definition of doing well? I'm curious whether if it's a 2x, a 10x, or 100x, beat its all-time high, etc. I mean, let's be real. Even a 2x is making money, right? But overall, I don't see why any of these any of the main coins like Litecoin, ETC, Ethereum, Bitcoin, like I don't see why any of these don't get to their all-time high or higher, right? Even Solana is going to do great. I mean, as far as I guess integration with things, right? The Visa thing, it's a big deal. Just in general, there's a lot of coins that have a lot of things going for them, and a 2x is fine. You're not going to get 10x's, 100x's on everything, right? But if you're into a bunch of different coins, one of them is more than likely going to do well or better than a 2x for you, which, you know, that's just kind of the way I look at it. I don't really see that a 2 or a 3x is bad overall, right? A 10x, 100x is definitely way better, but I'll take either.
Ethereum makes today's list, obviously. Ethereum's economic model is excellent and should become the industry standard, writes Justin Bonds. Tail inflation guarantees long-term security, and fee burning makes ETH more scarce. Instead of having to choose between security or scarcity, ETH's supply algorithmically adapts to external market conditions. Ethereum makes our list.
Well, don't forget also Ethereum is going to be they're going to have Ethereum spot ETF soon too. As soon as these Bitcoin ones are done, I guarantee you the Ethereum ones come within a year of these ones being approved.
Protocol, the world's lightest blockchain, bringing access and privacy to Web3 with zero-knowledge tech. Mina is the world's lightest blockchain, powered by participants. 100+ countries join us. Huge milestone, 300,000 blocks produced since Genesis. They make our list. 300,000 blocks rolled up into one constant-sized proof.
Anybody into this Mina protocol? I've never looked into it, to be honest. Dan Ruggs, thanks for the 199 super chat. Digibyte is the future.
Proof. This is the power of infinite recursion. Crypto.com's Crow token makes our list. Crypto.com just recorded its highest Bitcoin inflows since FTX collapse. My takeaway is,
you know what? This isn't a bad choice. I'm kind of shocked this is on the list, but this isn't a bad choice. I honestly think that we're going to see a lot more shilling from Crypto.com in the bull run. What do you guys think? You guys think that's going to happen? I honestly don't think there's any way for us not to see Crow have some sort of pump with the amount of advertising they typically do. That's just my opinion.
Crypto.com is still here. As the bull market approaches, they're going to be doing a lot of marketing. They're going to be putting Crow token out in front of you. Come use our exchange. Crypto.com, Crow token makes our list. Binance, BNB token is a little bit of a gamble, right? Binance is going through a lot. Binance is going through a lot. Binance continues to go through a lot.
Well, CZ shady as hell. That's probably why. But what do you guys feel about BNB? You guys into that?
Possible, maybe even likely, that we get a better buying opportunity than we have now, than we have had this bear cycle.
Chart doesn't look
It's
bad.
possible Binance goes away, right? But it's also possible that Binance survives, and if you want to take that bet, buy when there's fear in the air and blood on the streets. Ultimately up to you. Binance makes our list. Frax Finance makes today's list. Frax Finance is a rising star in the DeFi space. Recent news,
Never
Frax
heard of this.
Finance's Fed yield matching staking vault attracts 30 million FXS steady. Earlier this month, Frax unveiled S-Frax staking vault, allowing users to take advantage of higher interest rates in the US. So FXS is the token. It's their utility and governance token. As long as Frax demand grows, this is a deflationary token. Guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We bring you daily content, keeping you informed, giving you an edge in crypto. If you're interested in making money in crypto, make sure you subscribe. Bull market is a-coming, baby. We're preparing you. Final coin making our list today is XRP. Guys, XRP and Ripple's regulatory clarity in the US is a big deal.
You know what? XRP, I don't know. I agree with the regulatory clarity thing, right? It's cool they won the court case. That's obviously a huge plus, right? Kind of setting precedents for other coins along the lines. But I don't know. The good news really didn't do anything for it. So it's kind of one of those things where I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's really that wouldn't be on my top 10 list. I mean, it's cheap to buy right now. That's probably the only plus, I would say, at least in my opinion. All right, let's get on to this one. This is Asking 5 Billionaires, their 2024 market predictions for crypto stocks and upcoming crash. Let's see what has to be said here. I didn't get to watch this. Put out 13 hours ago. Let's do it.
For next year, are you optimistic about the global economy or pessimistic?
As 2024 approaches, Asking 5 Billionaires on their upcoming year predictions on the stock market, on cryptocurrency, on the upcoming crash. So like the video, send this to a friend, and let's start with BlackRock CEO Larry Fink.
We've had a government, I'm talking about the US now, that in 2000, we had an $8 trillion deficit. And today we have a $33 trillion deficit. So the deficit's grown by more than $1 trillion each year over the last 23 years. That is highly inflationary. The balance sheet of the Federal Reserve is highly inflationary. And so all these different measures are much more structural, much more difficult. So as a result of that, interest rates are going to remain higher. Opportunities for investors are going to be able to be very patient. You could do nothing and enjoy a positive return.
All right. So are you expecting a hard landing or a soft landing in the United States, or you just can't project?
We will not see a hard or a soft landing in 2024. The amount of fiscal stimulus that is just entering the economy, which is very inflationary. The CHIPS Act, the IRA, and the Infrastructure Act, about $970 billion. The largest peacetime, non-pandemic moment of fiscal stimulus. At the same time, our central bank is trying to arrest the economy. And so that's just hitting the J curve. And you see in labor settlements right now what's going on in labor talk, 25% increases in wages. So I don't see a problem, but I do believe the Federal Reserve is going to have to raise rates higher, which probably will mean by 25 we may have a soft, we may have a hard landing. That is the only way I see how we're going to be arresting this. But I don't expect it anytime soon. I think the power of the economy, the power of the consumer that Jamie about a lot, is giving me comfort that the economy is fine.
So Larry Fink's biggest concern is the Federal Reserve interest rates. Higher for longer, he sees that staying. And what's interesting, because of all that global macro uncertainty, as explained in yesterday's video, Larry Fink is bullish on Bitcoin into next year because of all that macro uncertainty.
The rally today is about a flight to quality, and I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
Now, Ray Dalio was asked about the global economy into 2024. This is what he said.
For next year, are you optimistic about the global economy or pessimistic?
Dude, this piano in the background is driving me nuts. I don't know about you guys. That's like the worst thing for the video. I can't stand it.
Pessimistic.
Pessimistic.
Pessimistic about the look. You have a political, you have a monetary, you have a conflict type of environment. At the same time, you have the greatest inventiveness. We talk about this fabulous technology development that has so much potential to produce wonderful things, and then also it could be a problem. So if you take the time horizon, the monetary policies that we're going to see and so on will have greater effects on the world. And you look at the world gaps, so it's difficult to be optimistic on that. And I think that now the real issue, I think, is how we deal with each other. Okay? If it was said earlier very well, peace. If we can keep a peace, if we can have a healthy, competitive environment, without having a war with each other, we will be in good shape. We will make adaptation.
So his worries about the growing global conflicts make sense to me. Are we about to enter World War III? That's a fair question. But even billionaire Ray Dalio can't help but hold a little Bitcoin, a little Ethereum. Here's why he's bullish.
I got to ask you before we let you go about crypto. How much Bitcoin do you own? Do you have any other cryptocurrencies? And what do you think the outlook is for them now?
Well, I'm not going to give the precise amount of Bitcoin, but I do own some Ethereum.
For the record, you should never tell people how much crypto you own, unless like, taxes and stuff. That's different. But I'm just in general, you don't tell people how much stuff you have.
As well. But the answer to your question is that I don't own a lot of it. I view it as an alternative money in a environment where the value of cash money is depreciating in real terms. And I think it's very impressive that for last 10, 11 years, that programming has still held up. It hasn't been hacked and so on, and it has an adoption rate. So I'm very big on diversification. Cash, I've been quoted, cash is trash. Cash, which most investors think is the safest investment, is, I think, the worst investment.
Now, next up, billionaire Warren Buffett, who's obviously a big hater of cryptocurrency.
Oh, he hates
Now,
it.
if you told me you owned all of the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it, because what would I do with it?
But what is Warren Buffett's prediction for 2024, and what is he most concerned about?
But it all has consequences. And
Dude, these guys remind me of the Muppet. Is it the Muppets, right? The two old guys and the oh man, is it Statler and something else? I forget their names, but tell me that's not true. Tell me it's not. These guys, they both hate Bitcoin. Why do they have a box of peanut brittle in front of them? What is happening?
and I think we're about, well, we are starting to see.
For context, Warren Buffett is speaking about the potential ticking time bomb of this debt-fueled commercial real estate. There's over $1.4 trillion maturing all of next year and then through 2025. Actually, $500 billion of that is maturing next year. Here's Warren Buffett's concerns and outlook.
This question comes from Tom Seymour. He says the first sentence of a recent Financial Times article read, Charlie Munger has warned of a brewing storm in the U.S. commercial property market, with American banks full of what he said were bad loans as property prices fall. Please elaborate on what's going on in commercial real estate. How bad will the losses be, and what sectors or geographies look particularly bad? I'll just add an addendum from another viewer who wrote in and wanted to know if Berkshire would be more active in commercial real estate as a result.
Well, Berkshire's never been very active in commercial real estate. It works better for taxable investors than it does for corporations taxed the way Berkshire is. So I don't anticipate huge effects on Berkshire. But I do think that the hollowing out of the downtowns in the United States and elsewhere in the world is going to be quite significant and quite unpleasant. I think the country will get through it all right, but as they say, it will often involve a different set of owners.
Yeah, and the buildings don't go away, but
The owners do.
Well, but most people like to buy with non-recourse in real estate, and one time I asked Charlie, there was some real estate guy we were talking to, and how do they decide how much a building like this is worth? And the answer is it's whatever they can borrow without signing their name. And if you look at real estate generally, you'll understand what the phenomena that's happening if you remind yourself that that's the attitude of most people that have become big in the real estate business, and it does mean then that the lenders are the ones that get the property, and of course they don't want the property usually, so then the real estate operator counts on negotiating with them, and the banks tend to extend and pretend, and there's all kinds of activities that arrive out of commercial real estate development, which occurs on a big scale, but it all has consequences, and I think we're about, well, we are starting to see the consequences of people who could borrow at 2.5% and find out it doesn't work at current rates, and they hand it back to somebody that gave them all the money they needed to build it.
Now, Mark,
can I just say real quick, Warren Buffett is 93 years old. That is insane. And he can hold a sentence better than our own president. It's like 70. What is happening? What is happening?
Cuban has officially not gone on the record of his economic or stock market outlook for 2024. He says anything could happen with markets, so be careful. But it's interesting that he states crypto is not dead. It's growing. These are the growing pains. And this is why he's bullish long term.
You think crypto is dead, yes or no? No. Hell no. But I do think crypto has some problems. Number one, most people when they think crypto, they think speculation. That's not what crypto is really about. Number two, crypto is really about creating new applications.
Why is he putting this giant Bitcoin over his face?
That make things better and easier. What crypto is missing is that one application that grandma really wants to use. Think back to the iPhone. It came out in 2007, but it wasn't until the best apps like Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook went mobile that the App Store and the iPhone really took off. Crypto is still waiting for its Instagram moment.
Now, we've interviewed Mark Cuban on this channel before.
Was he trying to avoid like copyright by like this big ass Bitcoin just kind of going over his face? Like he's like fighting to talk around it.
And that Instagram moment, the application with crypto that is coming. So make sure you subscribe.
Yeah. Shout out to Altcoin Daily. That was pretty much it. I can't take that anymore. Anybody that's just joining, so on the 17th, I'm going to be scheduling an AMA with Dynex. If you guys are interested, don't miss this. But yeah, it's going to be a AMA with the dev team, which is pretty cool, and a lot of people that actually have never been on before. So it's going to be very, very interesting. All right, let's I don't know what else you guys want to talk about. We're going to be getting out of here in just a minute. That's pretty much it. It's all I wanted to do is kind of catch up a little bit. There's really not too much going on in the market, really. I guess we'll probably see some things this week at the end of October. Halloween's tomorrow, as you guys know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. There, Andrew Masad. I'm not gonna read that, but I kind of agree. Game with Smokey Dan. Let's see. People were scared to go from horse and cart to a motor vehicle. With crypto, the biggest fear is banks, which were set up to keep the rich rich and not having any control, and many people are getting rich. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, there was that what was it? Altcoin Daily put out that video, and I actually put out a video too, like what is Bitcoin? The guy that talked about, I forget his name. Damn, he talked about Bitcoin, gave like a perfect explanation about it. It was it kind of brought a lot of things to life. Like it took some adoption, right, for people to, I guess, you know, adopt email, or just even like you just said, horse and buggy, right? It takes time for these things to happen, right? Bitcoin was invented, what, 13 years ago, and 13 years is like a significant mark when it comes to actual adoption in the market. So I don't know. In Carco, yes, I am going to dress up as Mario with my son. My son's going to be Mario too. He's going to be Mario. My daughter's going to be Princess Peach, and she loves her like just like these blue dot earrings. It's kind of hysterical. So I'll have to post a picture in the VIP chat. And I totally just remembered I forgot to pick a winner for the hash rate. So I'm going to pick that right after this, actually, for VIP members in Discord. I will throw that up there soon. Let's see if there's any last questions before we get out of here. Any truth to the rumor that I'm dressing up as Gary Gensler? No, I will not be doing that. That would be brutal. God, I don't want to get stabbed. That would be it. That would be, I'd set myself up for failure 100% on that. I tried to buy rims and tire yesterday, and Zelly stopped me. This is why we need crypto. Chris Hanley, really? That's interesting. I don't use Zelly, but I've heard of it. I've heard of it. Did you know Trust Wallet can be brute force attack because its seed phrase is very weak? Really? Fully Electric. I did not know that. I don't have too much on there though, which is good. I try to keep it in my my hardware wallets, right? Actually, you know what? LEPal just came out with a new wallet that I got it somewhere. I got like a gift pack from LEPal. So I have to I actually got to do a video on this. I haven't opened this yet, but this, what the hell's happening? Hey, look, send me some socks. Look at that. Who wants socks? I'll give these away. Who wants some LEPal socks? An LEPal gift bag. What is happening? Look at this. Look at a little gym bag. Hey, there it is. So this is coming out. This is being announced on November 7th, I believe. This is the Titan 2.0. Actually looks exactly like the normal Titan. Hold on. I wonder what the difference is. One's got like the 2.0 is a little different, but not much. I'm gonna have to open these both up and compare them side by side. Pretty neat, but I guess this one's I don't know, this one should be a little better, the 2.0. So I'm gonna have to dive into this and do a video on it, see what's up about it. Let's see, gold bling, what are you saying? I live in Florida, we don't use socks. Yeah, good point, good point. All right, guys, I appreciate you all. I am gonna be getting out of here. Again, I do have company, so I gotta get back upstairs, but hopefully you guys have a great and happy Monday. I know it's beginning of the week, so it's tough, so hopefully you guys enjoy it, don't work too hard, and I'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 8:15 or so a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, peace out. Catch you guys in VIP.